Analytic philosophy, sometimes analytical philosophy, is a style of philosophy that became dominant in English-speaking countries during the 20th century. In the United Kingdom, United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand and Scandinavia, the great majority of university philosophy departments identify themselves as analytic departments. The term analytic philosophy can refer to a philosophical practice characterized by an emphasis on argumentative clarity and precision, often achieved by means of formal logic and analysis of language, and a tendency to use, or refer to, mathematics and the natural sciences. The more specific set of developments of early 20th century philosophy that were the historical antecedents of the current practice, for example, the work of Bertrand Russell, Ludwig Wittgenstein, G. E. Moore, Gottlob Frege, and logical positivists. In this more specific sense, analytic philosophy is identified with specific philosophical traits, many of which are rejected by many contemporary analytic philosophers, such as the logical positivist principle that there are not any specifically philosophical facts, and that the object of philosophy is the logical clarification of thoughts. This may be contrasted with the traditional foundationalism, which considers philosophy to be a special science, that is the discipline of knowledge that investigates the fundamental reasons and principles of everything. Consequently, many analytic philosophers have considered their inquiries as continuous with, or subordinate to, those of the natural sciences. This is an attitude that begins with John Locke, who described his work as that of an under-laborer to the achievements of natural scientists such as Newton. During the 20th century, the most influential advocate of the continuity of philosophy with science was Willard Van Orman Quine. The principle that the logical clarification of thoughts can be achieved only by analysis of the logical form of philosophical propositions. The logical form of a proposition is a way of representing it, often using the formal grammar and symbolism of a logical system, to reduce it to simpler components if necessary, and to display its similarity with all other propositions of the same type. However, analytic philosophers disagree widely about the correct logical form of ordinary language. The neglect of generalized philosophical systems in favor of more restricted inquiries stated rigorously, or ordinary language. According to a characteristic paragraph by Russell, modern analytical empiricism differs from that of Locke, Berkeley, and Hume by its incorporation of mathematics and its development of a powerful logical technique. It is thus able, in regard to certain problems, to achieve definite answers, which have the quality of science rather than of philosophy. It has the advantage, in comparison with the philosophies of the system builders, of being able to tackle its problems one at a time, instead of having to invent at one stroke a block theory of the whole universe. Its methods, in this respect, resemble those of science. I have no doubt that, insofar as philosophical knowledge is possible, it is by such methods that it must be sought. I have also no doubt that, by these methods, many ancient problems are completely soluble. Jules V. Lemon introduced analytic philosophy to France. Analytic philosophy is often understood in contrast to other philosophical traditions, most notably continental philosophies such as existentialism and phenomenology, and also Thomism, Indian philosophy, and Marxism.